Hello, my YouTube family. It is Monday, and it is over. And there are things to talk about, but let's get on with lips of the day. Lips of the day, people. I am not fond. Not because of the color. The color is fantastic. It's because of the formula. I lined my lips with MAC Night Moth lined and filled. It came in this little pouch. Is one of the old ones that I ordered way back when. I'm finally getting to them because it's nice and cold now. Is the Sweet Pea and Fay J'adore. I don't even know what this says. J'adore les lèvres. I have no idea what that means. I love the something. Lev. I don't know. What that means. But it is Sweet Pea and Fay, and the color is called Musidora. And this is the color, people. Hold on. This is the color. It is a dark purple. But this formulation is a paste. It is a paste. It is not a gloss. It's not even a lipstick. It is a paste. It comes out very thick, very pasty, no shine to it. It is a matte. That's another thing I don't like about it. And it goes all into the cricks and crooks and of my lips. Not fond. But it is it's not a La Garbaggio situation. All I have to do is just put a gloss on top, and I know exactly the gloss that I should have put on top, but that'll be for another day, another combo, because I want to do the gloss by itself, and then I'll do a combo further down the line. So this is what it is, people. I guess to show you a swatch. And this is what they gave you to apply it. This little clear sticky thing. See, as you can tell, I did apply it. See? Here we go. Let me just show you how this thing operates. See that? You got to squeeze. See how it's coming up? It's very pasty. Very, very thick and very pasty. See? And you hide it that way. And there you have it. It's got some kind of scent, and I can't really place what the scent is. It's just, I'm not fond of the formulation at all. It is like paste. It's like toothpaste, and you're applying toothpaste on your lips. Not fond in the least. So I guess you need to see a swatch of it. See, this is how it comes out. Very pasty. Very, very pasty, and I'll just smear it a little. And there you go. And that's the color right there. Not fond of the formulation at all in the least. So that is lips of the day. Sit down, people, because I've got things to talk about. And things to talk about. I don't even know which way I should go first. Okay. Oh, let me just start off with that. I am following one of my YT family's videos, Monica the Diva. Yes. And she is very good at doing empties, and she sets goals for herself, like she's doing like 6 by Christmas or something, like she has to finish 6 products by Christmas. And it's not a tag of any kind, but I think she saw somebody else's video. Let me know if I'm telling the story right, Monica. She saw somebody else's video, 6 by Christmas, and then she wanted to jump on the bandwagon and do the same thing. Well, I got quite curious about it myself, and I'm like, I don't have 6 products that I want to get rid of by Christmas, and I really don't think I'm going to get rid of these by Christmas. But let me show you what I would like to finish up. And there are 4 of the same thing, really. You know these Jane blushes that I'm just crazy about? Well, I've got 4 of them. And I just, you know, there's a few that's already hitting pan, like these 2. These 2 are hitting pan. One is, this is Blushing Baby Doll, which is my all-time favorite Jane Blushing Cheeks, excuse me. And this other one is Blushing Blossom. And these 2 I would like to finish. See, one you can already see it right through there. And this one is just hitting the hole of a pan right now. And then the other 2, which are not hitting pan, so I got to work on these. This one over here is Blushing Glow, which is another one of my favorites. And this one is Blushing Petal. And I would really like to finish all 4 because they really don't last that long. They only have 0.12 ounces in them. So it may sound like a lot, but it really isn't. 3.4 grams. I mean, it's a tiny little itty bitty thing. So I could really get rid of this one definitely by Christmas, even way before. If I use it every single day, which you know I'm not going to do because it's not going to go with every outfit that I have. But they're so light in color and soft that you probably could use them every single day. But you know how you just want to color coordinate your makeup that goes with your clothes, of course. Speaking of which, I will tell you what I am wearing on my cheeks. It is from my Hourglass blush. And it's the very last one, which is this one right here. And this one is Mood Exposure. This one right here. So I am wearing Mood Exposure, the purpley one. It really doesn't show up all that much, but you could tell that it's there if you saw me face to face. So that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks now. But I really, really, really want to get rid of these. But you know, I still have the Tarte blushes. I have not even touched the Tarte blushes yet. Or the other 2, the other 2, all my blushes, all the new blushes, I haven't touched them yet. So you can see that these are going to be in the back for a while, but I'm keeping them up front because I really want to get rid of them. I really do. So that was one thing that I wanted to tell you about. The other thing is that Pop and I went to go see Mom on Saturday, and it was a phenomenal day. It was a phenomenal day. It started out with us going to see her. And you know, when we go through the, when we go inside the cemetery, there's obviously the office where you could go in and you could print out where, you know, the grave site locator is. And on the grave site locator, now, mind you, Saturday was the 18th, October 18th. And I printed out, I mean, I pretty much know where it is, but Pop likes to have it in his hand. So I printed out, and I saw, this was the first time I had ever looked at this. On the screen, it shows, because he's a veteran, and my mom's buried in a veteran cemetery. So on the screen, it has my father's service date, because he was in the Army. He served from November 26th, 1956, and his end date was October 18th, 1957. So I said, October 18th? That's the day. That's the day. So I printed it out, but it doesn't come out on the printer sheet. It only shows you up on the screen as you're, you know, typing in the last name of whoever you're looking for, whoever's gravesite you're looking for. But it doesn't print out on the sheet. So I was telling him this as we were driving to Mom's site, and he's like, get out. I said, yes, Pop. This very date, 50, I think it's 56 years ago, something like that. 56 years ago, 1957 to 2014. Do the math. I said, you've been out of the Army for X amount of years, Pop. On this very date, you got out. And he was like, get out. So we started talking. I mean, he started talking about old times. And then we went to go see Mom, and we were talking about her. And talking about her to her. And, you know, he still had it in his mind. He's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to drive back to that office, and I'm going to show you where it is, because he needed to see it physically. So we got out, and I showed him the screen, and I said, see, there's your service period. You're from 1956 to 1957. I said, look at the date on 1957. October 18th, 1957 was when he left. And then he went down memory lane. He's like, yeah, I remember it was a day just like today. It was sunny. It was bright. And he's talking about the old buddies that he was in the barracks with. And most of the names he couldn't remember. He only remembered Spike. Spike was the only one he remembered. And he was in such good spirits. So see, there's a reason why we didn't go last week. I think Mom had a lot to do with it. I really believe in this sort of thing. I think Mom had a lot to do with it. She did not want us to come and visit her last Saturday when it was raining and whatnot. She waited for this particular last Saturday. And I mean, he was in great spirit. Normally we're kind of down and we're kind of somber and we're just kind of, you know, we go into ourselves, but not this Saturday. This Saturday, it was fun. It was laughter. It was memories. He's telling me Army stories. Oh, it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. So Saturday turned out to be such a magnificent day. And I think Mom had a lot to do with it. I really do. She had a lot to do with it. So he was telling me the story about the day he got out on October 18th. And he didn't call his parents or nothing. He hopped in the car because he was stationed in Indiana. He hopped in the car with 6 other guys, and they drove from Indiana to New York and wherever they were dropping off. I think they were all in New York, somewhere in Brooklyn, somewhere in Bronx. They had to drop him off in Manhattan because he was living in Manhattan at the time. So he didn't call his parents. He didn't do anything. He just showed up. And his mother was ecstatic. His brothers were ecstatic. His sister was ecstatic. They were beyond thrilled. And then later that night, he tells me the story of, he called Mom. Well, she wasn't Mom at the time, but they were going together. So he called Mom, and she kept saying, well, you sound like you sound like you're just next door. I mean, we have a very clear line, because when he was in Indiana, you know, maybe once a month or whatever, she would call him, and, you know, they get that little, it's not like today. It's not like today when, you know, clear lines and clear, you can hear everything crystal clear. You know, they had a bit of a staticky sound, and, you know, he could not barely hear her. It's not like he was in China or anything, but they didn't have a clear connection. So he called Mom, and, you know, he kept saying, you know what? I feel like having ice cream. Why don't we have ice cream together? And she goes, but we can't. She goes, you're so silly. We can't have ice cream together. You're not even here. He goes, well, you know what? Just pretend that I'm here. Why don't you, you know, come downstairs out of your apartment and pretend that you're walking to the ice cream store, and we can pretend that, you know, we're together having ice cream. And she goes, you're just so crazy. And then she realized, she said, you know, you sound like you're like right outside the door. She said, we don't have any static or anything. And my father said, well, why don't you just come downstairs? I mean, maybe we got lucky today and we got a really good, clear connection. So she said, you're here, aren't you? And he was downstairs in a phone booth. She ran out down the stairs, and they hugged and they kissed, and they did go out for ice cream. It's a great story. It's the way he tells it. It's funny and it's fun, and you could tell that he was in love, and it's a great, great story. So it was a fun day. It was a fun day on Saturday. So thank you, Mom. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So then, let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday, you know, after watching television and everything, I come to my Facebook page. And, you know, when you step away from the Facebook page, it doesn't stop. It just, you know, things are still getting posted. First of all, my screen went dark, you know, because it was sleeping. So I wiggled my mouse and bam, my Facebook page. What is the first thing that I see on my Facebook page? Sit down, people. Hold on. Cutie and Mrs. Cutie are engaged. So he is officially off the market. Okay. He proposed to her on Sunday. Yesterday. So I was literally in shock the rest of the night. Thank God I had to go to sleep soon because, and I didn't toss and turn or anything. I was just like, for real? Like, am I really reading this? So I clicked, and sure enough, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so engaged. I was like, wow. So I said, congratulations, you two. And it did take me a while to go to sleep, but I did eventually go to sleep. It's not like I had a bad night's sleep or anything. I didn't toss and turn or anything. It just took me a while because I was like, oh my sweet Jesus, he's engaged. He is officially off the market. So, oh, look who it is. You could pay the bills if you'd like. Notice he gave me an answer. Okay. Hello. So, yeah. So, this morning, when I see him coming through the door, I couldn't help but beam. I couldn't help, and I think he automatically knew what I was beaming about. So I said, congratulations. And I shook his hand. I could have hugged him, but I shook his hand. I said, congratulations. I said, you know, when I was teasing you months and months ago about, you know, you need to get on bended knee, I didn't think you were actually serious about really doing it. He goes, yeah, I did it. And he goes, yes, I did do it on bended knee. And I said, well, where did you do this? So he told me, he gave me the lowdown, honey. They went to the beach and he had a picnic and all of this. And on bended knee in the sand. She didn't have a clue what was coming. That's what he said. She didn't have a clue what was coming. So he did the proposal. That's the reason why they moved in together. But now he also gave me the lowdown on this. Apparently they had moved in together before. Something happened. A semi-breakup. One moved out. And then I guess something happened and then they got back together. And now he said, now we're doing it serious. I said, oh, wow. I said, well, you know, that's good. That's good. I said, congratulations. I said, you are really serious. So he goes, yeah, I'm really serious. I said, oh, wow. And I said, you know what? You need to go tell her to bring her butt right over here because I need to see the ring. He goes, what is it with you women in the ring? I said, hey. I said, did you buy pear shape? Is it solitaire? He goes, what's pear shape? What's solitaire? I said, pear shape is that, you know, the kind of like the diamond thing. And the solitaires are, he goes, I bought a round one. I said, oh, okay. I said, so you bought a solitaire. I said, good. Solitaire is the best because it gives out more shine. It's more brilliant. And he said, well, yeah, whatever. So obviously he didn't put too much thought into the ring, I guess. I don't know. But I never did see the ring. She never did come up. So that's right, people. I mean, this was a punch to the gut. I have got to admit it was a punch to the gut. When I read that, I was like, for real? Like it's not a joke or nothing? Oh, no. Dead to rights. He is engaged. He is officially off the market. Now, I said, did you guys pick out a date? He goes, no, we didn't pick out a date yet. I said, oh, okay, you know. I said, well, you know what? You still have school to do. So, you know, focus on that. He goes, yeah, I really want school to end. I said, well, you know, all in good time. Things will happen. So I said, congratulations. And I even told him, I said, you know what? I can't even look at you the same way anymore. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I said, you look different. You look different. He goes, I'm the same person. I said, no, you're not. You're not the same person. I can't think of you the same way. I can't look at you the same way. I can't. He goes, Nancy, I'm still the same person. I said, I know you're the same person. But I said, now you're a man. Now you're a man. Because now you're engaged and you're going to have responsibilities and all of this. And he was kind of happy, you know, kind of like a peacock, kind of like, yeah, that's right, I'm a man, kind of a thing. He didn't do it, but you could tell that, you know, I was flattering him, but I really wasn't flattering him. I was like, you know, now you are different. Now you know, you're not, there's no jokes. You can't, you know, you can't go beer drinking every single night. You can't do that anymore. I mean, you can, but, you know, you have to be responsible because it's not all about you anymore. So he was like, yeah, I know. And I said, hey, enjoy your life. Go on with your bad self. Congratulations. Have fun. So then he left, and I was like, I just sat there like, did I really congratulate him on his engagement? Was that really happening? It was like an out-of-body experience. It really was. It really was. Because I really do look at him differently. Like I can't tease him anymore. I can't, you know, because this is me. This is how I was raised. This is what my mom taught me. Once a guy is engaged or a girlfriend of yours is engaged or you may have a crush on her man or whatever, you can't have him. That's it. Even though the engagement can be broken off or whatever, I'm not going to be part of that. I don't do messy like that. I do not, never did. Whoever I had a crush on or whatever, and they got engaged, it was like, back up. Now you got to back up because now it's done, over with. So I'm not treating him any differently, but at the same time, I sort of am. Like, we still talk the same way. He still came in and we still yada, yada, yada-ing. But I can't like play with him in a flirtatious way anymore. I can't really do a subtle flirtatious thing. I just can't do it anymore. It's just not me. You are taken, even though he had a girlfriend. Having a girlfriend, I still gonna flirt with you because you just have a girlfriend. There ain't no big shakes. I'm not gonna try to take you away from your girlfriend, but I can still flirt with you. But now that you got serious, I mean, you know, you put money into a ring and everything, and you are in love with this girl, off the market. No more playing around. It's like, hey, how you doing? We'll talk about our weekends or talk about whatever you want to talk about. But, you know, I can't, like, if he doesn't see me for hours and hours and hours, and then like at the end of the day, he comes in and I would joke with him and say, you know, I don't appreciate you ignoring me because I need some attention. I can't say those things to him anymore because I would feel funny and it wouldn't come out right anymore because that's just, you know, he's crossed over to another plateau of his life. So no. So he's going this away and I'm still straight ahead, people. Straight ahead. He's veering off. Hey, you know, it's like a fork in the road. Well, he's going his way and I'm still going my way. So, yeah. Oh, and Deb, you wanted me to tell you about Sexy Eyes? Yeah, he's, you know, there's like zero, nothing, nada happening in that section. Okay. Just nothing. I didn't even see him at all today. Normally I'll see him when I'm out to lunch. Didn't see him. So it's neither here nor there with him. So there's really nobody I can like find another flirtatious person to flirt with. So, yeah, Nancy is all alone once again. All alone naturally. Those of you who know the song, you'll get the reference. So that's it, people. That's all I wanted to tell you. Yeah. If you feel the same way I feel, like you're in shock, welcome to my world because I didn't see this coming. He never mentioned that he was going to. Like, we supposed to be like this. You supposed to at least tell me something. You supposed to hint something. Didn't give me a hint. It's none of my business, obviously. It's none of my business. He did his personal thing, and it was splattered all over Facebook. That's how I found out. And so there you have it. So you know my heart is breaking just a little bit. It's cracked. It's cracked just a little bit. Not that I was holding out for hope, but it was fun to flirt with him, and I can't do that anymore. I really, I can't do that anymore. So he'll still be cutie, but now he really got a Mrs. Cutie. Now Mrs. Cutie will officially be Mrs. Cutie. She will officially be Mrs. Cutie. So onward and upward, I guess. And on that note, people, I have nothing else to say. I wrote down everything. Oh, no, I didn't. There's something else I forgot to tell you. So Saturday night, Pop and I ordered dinner. And when I went downstairs, he was still sleeping. He was taking a nap. So I had to wake him up because he still has to go to work Saturday night at about 9:30. He has to leave here at 9:30 to get there at 10. So I woke him up at about 5:30. And we came into the living room and, we take out a normal little menu, the menu that we order from every Saturday. And I placed the order and he goes, you know what? I had a funny dream. I said, what were you dreaming about, Pop? And he goes, I dreamt about you. About me what? He goes, I dreamt about you and you had a boyfriend. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, here we go. And I said, well, okay, tell me about this dream. He goes, and the funny thing is, I have a feeling I know who it is. I said, well, if you know who it is, could you mind telling me who it is? He goes, I don't know his name. I said, okay, that leaves me a lot. He said, but he is Haitian. I said, well, that was just a dream, Pop, because you already know me and Haitian men. He goes, but he was tall, very lean, light skin, and I have a feeling I know who it is. And I said, well, who is it? He goes, but I don't know who. I have a feeling I know who it is, or I knew who he was. So I'm saying, so you dreaming about me in the present with maybe a friend of yours from the past? So he said, that could be. And I said, well, what did the dream entail? He goes, well, the guy came over and he was talking to me, and I asked him to fix something in the house, and he was very handy, and he was fixing stuff in the house. And then like it cut to me going to his job and picking him up, and then the two of us drove back. And I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with me? He goes, yeah, but he was your boyfriend because after a while he went upstairs with you, and he went upstairs with me. I said, but you don't know his name? He goes, I don't know his name. I have a feeling I know who it is. I said, well, when you finally find out who it is, could you mind filling me in? Because I said, but by the sound of the description, he sound kind of cute. 6 foot something, lean, light skin. He said, yeah, but I have a feeling I know who it is. I said, well, you let me know. Okay. You let me know. I'm not going to hold my breath or nothing, but you just let me know. So, I mean, this all happened on Saturday. Okay. Him with the date in the army and him getting out the army. Then he got the nerve to take a nap and then dreaming about me and some guy. What the hell? And then Sunday, me finding out about Cutie and he's engaged. What does this all mean, people? Is there a meaning of some sort that I am not aware of? Somebody tell me. Somebody needs to tell me what Pop's dream is about. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. So that's really all, because I wrote it all down. Talk about Pop's dream. Show the Jane cheekers, the Jane blushing cheeks. Here we go. And Cutie got engaged. See, I wrote it all down. Didn't forget anything. Okay, now it's time to go because we are on half an hour now. Well, I know it's a lot, people. I know it's a lot. Let me know what you think about Lips of the Day. Like I said, I like the shade. I like the color. Formulation sucks. So all I know is I need Carmex on the bottom, which there is, believe it or not. But I need to gloss it up because it just doesn't look right. So other than that, everything is fine. It's not La Garbaggio. Like I said, the formulation sucks. A gloss on top will do the trick. And that's basically it in a nutshell. Okay. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about everything that I just spoke about. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you. Bye now.